First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, check 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Rodgers to throw once more. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
319. Here we go. 58.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's fine. Yeah.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The give is to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That's fine. Yeah.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 16. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now Stafford. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Stafford. The 20. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that's complete to Adams. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now it's Tate. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The six-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And a great move again. Golden Tate's going to go. A huge play there on the screen pass. 83 yards.
You just have to find ways to get Golden Tate the football, and I think screens are a terrific way to do it. He is terrific after the catch. Almost becomes a running back with the ball in his hands.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And Stafford's going to take it himself. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I want...
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Matthew Stafford with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's fine. Yeah.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And left side here, it's Graham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check 26. 319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Rodgers now operating from the gun. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Omaha, ready to move. Set.
And they begin the drive with a della. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On the ball, on the ball. Single. Like 7.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, tag 32. Tag 32. Hey, hot.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. Lady. Check. 3 down. 0.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
21.
Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Drill right, 22. 4 down, tag 53. 11.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Now Stafford. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Jones has it. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
53, here we go. 21. Jumbo.
To throw is Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here we go.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Set. 180.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
On the ball. 22. Hey, tag 58 here, tag 58.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeves. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chris Jones. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 626.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
Set. Lady.
They start the drive with Abdullah. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set. 180.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
22. 11.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tag 26. Tag 26.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford steps away to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's brought down after a good gain. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Set. Blue 60.
Now again, this is Abdullah. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Tag 53. Set. 180. Hey, 51 is down. 51 is down. 20 hot.
Stafford. And on the left side here, Wilson. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Double, 20. Tag 53. Tag 53.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Rodgers now on first down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed.
He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 70 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On first down, it's Stafford. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Rodgers going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw is Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Set. 180.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
21. Hey, go here. Kid, 21. Kid, 21. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Here's Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
All right. 319. 258. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Back to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, and a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the mean.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
They'll look to throw. And Tate's got it. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They run. Abdullah. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Aaron Rodgers so cool in these situations, but he's got to get his guys moving.
Yeah, they have to be able to have that urgency while still keeping their cool.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 59 yards. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Rodgers. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Lions, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.